So, for those of you who don't know, I'm Matthew Moser. I have the honor of being the Valedictorian for this year, and hence I have to give a speech. And I'd like to begin with a thank you to the amazing faculty and staff at Elder who make everything possible and have inspired us for the past 4 years. Next, I'd like to thank all the supportive family and friends who are up in these stands, who have helped us and continue to help us succeed. And to each of my fellow classmates, I thank every one of you for making this the best 4 years I could have hoped for. Finally, it's necessary to remember the true basis of Elder and thank God for bringing us all here together. 100 years of Elder. Now to some of us this may mean little. After all, 100 is just a number. However, to most of us, to the proud family of Elder, this occasion means more than just 100 years. It represents a legacy of hard work, service, leadership, and sacrifice. It is something greater than just our class, who has the honor of being here to celebrate this occasion. It connects each and every student who has ever passed through these halls, every teacher who has ever taught here, every coach, every family member and friend, every single person who identifies themselves with the Elder community. It connects us all. We see this in the alumni who purchase season football tickets every year, and the alumni around the world who still celebrate Purple Friday every week, and the proud alumni who sit up in these stands watching their sons graduate from the same place they did some years ago. Indeed, for many of us, we're not the first in our family to attend Elder. It began with our fathers, perhaps our grandfathers, maybe even our great-grandfathers. Or maybe it does begin with you, in which case you have the distinct honor of beginning this lineage. Regardless, it is important that we recognize this history and therefore understand the significance of this night. As one class in our entirety, this will be the last time we're all gathered together as one body, the class of 2023, the 101st class of our high school. And though we may be leaving each other physically, we'll always be with each other. We'll be there in the memories, in the challenges, in the highs, and in the lows. We'll never leave each other. We have formed a brotherhood here that cannot be broken through mere distance. I know what I'm saying is cliche, but think about how many times you've been in public with your dad. When you look behind you and he's not there. You find him talking to an old buddy, and they turn a 10-minute trip into a 2-hour trip. They're asking the same questions. How's the family doing? You still working at that place? Who's this guy? Oh, he goes to Elder, huh? What grade are you in? And just like that, in the middle of a Kroger, 2 alumni reconnect vicariously through a son who was going through what they once lived. And this experience highlights the lifelong bond of Elder. And though it is sad we'll be leaving each other, it is incredibly exciting to look forward to the rest of our lives. A new chapter is beginning, and we can't wait to dive in. However, before we get too carried away, I'd like to share some advice. Enjoy every moment. We were told as freshmen to be careful, as these 4 years will go quickly. If you're like me, you roll your eyes, but as many of you can probably agree, this last year happened in a flash, bringing an abrupt end to our high school careers, leaving many of us wishing we could go back and redo our freshman year, fix our mistakes, fix our regrets. But guess what? Next year, you're back to being a freshman. So enjoy every moment, cherish every second, have no regrets. To sum up this point, I'd like to quote Master Uguay from Kung Fu Panda. He said, "Yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, but today is a gift, and that is why it is called the present." So, along with our sadness of leaving and our excitement of continuing, we're all probably a little scared too. After all, we're a bunch of 17, 18-year-olds being told to choose what we want to do for the rest of our lives. But guess what? What you do next year does not have to be what you do for the rest of your life. Personally, I realized this one night at my cousin's birthday party. We were making our way out the door, and my cousin, he's 2 days younger than me, so we're on the topic of college, and family members are all asking, have you chosen where you want to go yet, trying to get answers. And my Uncle Steve said something to me that really affected me. He said something to the effect of, I'm paraphrasing, but he said, "Don't worry too much about making the perfect decision next year. The beauty of life is that you can change your mind." Now, I hypothesize that he may have been a few drinks in at this point. But regardless, I still find his message inspiring. You can change your mind. There's a big stigma around switching majors or transferring schools, as it might set you back. But who cares? Life isn't a race. It's not about who can get to a certain point the fastest. If it takes an extra year for you to find out what your true passion is, that seems like a fair trade to me. And for some of you, maybe you're 100% confident in what you want next year, and maybe it's all going to work out for you, and that's great. I hope that happens for me, but for one, honestly, I'm terrified of next year. I'm majoring in engineering. I don't know if I'll like engineering. I'm going to Ohio State next year. Who knows if I'll like Ohio State? I don't. These are my best guesses, honestly. The point is, regardless of if you're even going to college, it's okay to feel apprehensive about the future. You just have to be willing to face challenges that come your way. I'm not saying to jump ship at a small sign of adversity. If something's not going your way, don't abandon everything. But don't doom yourself to a lifetime of regret either. Luckily, Elder has prepared us for these upcoming events of sadness, happiness, fear, and whatever else comes our way. We have been given the opportunities here to prepare ourselves for the future. I feel confident that I have the tools necessary to navigate the road ahead of me. I feel confident looking around this room, knowing I couldn't have made a better choice about where to go for these last 4 years. So class of 23, good luck, and of course, Alcior.